It's day 14, and I made a promise, didn't I? I made a promise. I'm gonna stop being a rat bastard. I need to stop being a rat bastard. It's not good for me. It's not good for the environment. It's not good for anyone. So I'm here. I've now, because I've killed the second Great Soul Lord thing, I've got to be honest, I've no idea what the story in this is. So far, not massively grabbed, just a lady in a cloak by a nice sunrise banging on about the king. I'll work that out later. Anyway, I have gone through, and surprise, surprise, there was a lady who was behind the door, got open the door, and yeah, little basilisk, little froggy bastards. Bastards. I don't like those frogs, the frog fuckers. I mean, I know they're not frogs, but in my mind they will always be froggy fucks. So anyway, I'm here in the ruins, past the lady who was tugging on the lever, stop it, and yeah, I got some more twiglets, so I could get rid of her. I say get rid of her, I mean help her. Sorry, she was more of an obstacle to me than anyone. She asked me for some clothes, actually. Very odd. She asked me if I could have some clothes, and she'd wear whatever clothes I gave her. And I thought that was a bit weird. I thought it was a bit of a weird situation. I thought, what do you want my clothes for? I don't know. I didn't know what to give her. I wanted to give her something really comical, but I couldn't decide what to give her, so I'll do it later. I'll wait till I find the perfect comedy outfit, so I can walk past her and go, wah, 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 as is my wont. Anyway, the first thing that happened today, really, is I discovered that there was this massively foggy place, and I thought, I don't want to go in there because it scares the piss out of me. Then I wandered around some more and realised that effectively I had to go into the foggy area because there was nothing else to do. But I didn't like the foggy area, so I decided to try and game the system, and I thought, well, fog is effectively kind of made of droplets of water in the air, condensate, isn't it? I think, science. So I got a torch from the fire, and I thought maybe if I carry a torch, then it will like lighten up the fog slightly. It didn't work at all. So in the end, I just sort of I begrudgingly realised that I was going to have to just push through this fog on my own. And I've got to be honest, this was absolutely terrifying. This scared the fucking shit out of me. It's probably today, that moment has been my favourite moment of Dark Souls 2 so far. It's just stunning. The use of trees are fantastic. I mean, this is something when I do actually finish the game and produce my video about what I think about the overall game, this is definitely one of my favourite moments so far, just because my heart was pounding. I was genuinely very, very frightened. And there were bloody invisible bastards with crossbows. I know, it sounds like I've been on the drugs again, but I haven't, Dad. Honestly, leave me alone. Anyway, I went through there and I became kind of in a bloody Northern area with basically like that lion bloke from Thundercats, but there's loads of them, and they've got dreadlocks and they're arseholes, and there's a bloody massive frog, and I tried to kill the bloody massive frog fair and square. Didn't pan out, so I just sort of like cheesed in with arrows from the hill, and you know what? I kind of, part of me felt bad because I knew I was cheesing it, but the other half of me thought, fuck you, you fucking big frog. I'm not playing your game. I'm not getting turned into a statue just because you're a frog. And just because, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I've sort of lost my marbles a bit today, but you would, wouldn't you? Because, I mean, this area is bonkers. I don't know what's going on with this area. It's full of lions with axes. It's full of jars that curse you just by being near them. I mean, what it's just, what? It's like, what's in these jars? Like cursed jam? Marmalade, perhaps? I don't, it doesn't make much sense, is what I'm trying to convey. It's been a confusing day. To have gone through a heart-poundingly terrifying forest of mist, and then find myself in a somewhat silly area full of bloody cursed pots and bollocks. I've kind of spent most of today just learning the best way to fight these lions. Pro tip, it's getting them stuck behind a wall, and working out where all of the cursed jars are so I don't hit them too many times. And there's bloody loads of stone frozen lions, so I'm going to need to come back with a whole bag of magical Swiglets so I can get rid of them all. I don't know. Oh, stress. It's day 15 today of Dark Souls 2 Diary, and the whole point of doing this is recording a little snippet every day so that I can immediately tell you what I'm thinking as I'm playing the game. But I'm looking back at the footage that I recorded a mere few hours ago, and for some reason I decided to take off my trousers for this boss. I don't remember why. It may have had something to do with equipment load. It may have had something to do with... You see, I haven't even got armor that's that effective against poison, so I don't know what I was thinking. But luckily it panned out, and I went through with a couple of helpful buddies and killed the Scorpion Queen Lady, dead as dead. That's not a good phrase, but she's dead. That's good, isn't it? I didn't like this boss straight away. I took a real dislike to this boss when I realised that it was a scorpion. Not that it was a lady. I'm not being misogynistic. No. I don't like scorpions, alright? Scorpions with two tails, that's a double no from me, frankly. Poison is for pricks. Anyway, pushing on, I found this awesome underground stony place full of dwarves and what appear to be like elephants, frankly. And yeah, it's actually pretty good. This place is still very fresh in my mind. Perhaps I've been so overwhelmed by the combination of aggressive dwarves and elephants that I've forgotten why I took my trousers off. But let's not dwell on the trouser situation. It doesn't matter anymore. And also, I may have said that I disliked poison heavily, but then I did realise that I got a weapon which could specialise in poisoning people, and I thought that might be fun to use in PvP, so I went back to the blacksmith and upgraded my poison weapon. I'm a bad person, alright? I haven't even got a dexterity build, so it's not going to be very effective. But, you know, here's me slagging off scorpions, and then immediately... this is the problem I have, you know? I've got absolutely no static sense of wrong and right. I'm a bloody... Oh, hang on a minute. This is awesome. I've heard about this place. I am in the doors of Pharos today. Yes! And today's, you know, this has been a good day, I'd say, because obviously I took my trousers off and killed a scorpion, which is good. No one's going to argue with that. But also, possibly a bad day, because I had vowed to give up on my Rat King ways, but now I've discovered that this area is also a Rat King area. How did I discover that? Well, maybe I still had my Rat King ring on. I don't know. Maybe I did. But why would I still have my Rat King ring on? I don't know, Matt. Maybe it just happened. It was probably an accident. Anyway, I then spent a very long time here today, a good few hours, just setting traps, and there are so many traps, even though some of the traps are actually a bit broken and make it more difficult to kill people, because one of the traps in particular near the entrance actually kills your minions in your world. That's a bit of a bugger. But yeah, murder. And it turns out actually that my murder does know some sort of bounds, you know? In the fact that I have actually now maxed out the Covenant. Yeah, so I was kind of wondering for a long time. I was thinking, you know, maybe you should stop before you get in too deep. I'm in as deep can be. There's no point in me murdering strangers anymore, which is kind of... I mean, I'm kind of glad, because now it means from now on, I can push on with the game without having to worry about how best to kill people I don't know for very little reason. But at the same time, I can't lie, I'm vaguely disappointed in myself for not having had the strength of character to resist it for myself and have to actually wait until I've reached a wall at which the Rat King quietly and politely says to me, "Listen, mate, you can stop killing people now. You've done a good job, but just fucking stop it." So I promise I will stop it now. I'm done with rat murder. I promise. I know I've ended the last 2 episodes saying that, but I am officially, I'm retiring, alright? I'm out. I'll see you next time.
Boom!